The Vice Chancellor of Usman Danfodio University, that is Lawal Suleiman Bilbis. Yes. Can you please just summarize what Professor Bilbis was saying?
He harped extensively on corruption, electoral corruption. He's saying that even our malams, that means our Muslim clerics too, and Christian clerics, they are affected by corruption. And he said, as long as we fail to punish offenders, we will not solve the problem of corruption, we will not solve the problem of banditry. And one thing he said there that really struck a chord was his comment on the disappearance of 500 cows. He said, how can 500 cows disappear at a particular location? He said even the dust that they will raise should be able to draw people's attention, and then they will just disappear like that without any trace. That shows that he believes that even the security agencies are culpable in the prevalence of banditry, especially in northern Nigeria. So we was talking about the north and said, look, this kind of culture is not synonymous with the Sokoto Caliphate. He talked about the former Attorney General of the Federation, who was accused of stealing 109 billion.
Accountant
General of the Federation. You know, who was accused of stealing 109 billion naira and was banned recently by the Emir of Kano. People were present and all that. So he said, we worship criminals. We praise criminals, we worship them, we venerate them. So that's why people will want to be like those thieves, because they can see that you honor thieves.
MJ, corruption does not know religion, culture, ethnicity,
or age.
If somebody can steal 102 billion naira, you've stolen our future.
Yeah, the former Accountant General stole 107 billion. He returned. His tenure was extended
by the president,
by Buhari.
Boo-boo.
After 60 years. I mean, is he?
I don't know the grounds upon which he
extended the Accountant General. Is he so indispensable? So if he
has shown us how indispensable he is.
So, to the extent that he returned, I think, is it
44?
It returned 44 billion. And after that...
So he was stubborn.
They've not been talking about the matter.
No.
He was stubborn in Kano. Professor the VC. I mean, we all had.
I didn't even hear about that Tobani.
So...
The other day we Toban the bandits.
Bandits, yes. Toban bandits.
And it was well attended.
Jide, let's go to our beautiful sister Betta. She contravened the Financial Regulation Act 2009, and the president, to show you that this administration will be quite different from what we've had in the last 8 years, actually wielded the big stick by suspending.
President Tinubu does not have any choice. We have seen signs that so much money was taken out of the system during the last administration. And the president wants Nigerians to be happy with him. He has to go for officials in that government and recover our money from them.
We need the
money. We need the money. Bring back what you have stolen. Bring back.
The administration that was said to be fighting corruption.
Bring back what you have stolen, either in foreign currency or in naira. Just bring back. If the president does not go after them, Nigerians will not take him seriously, honestly. But I'm happy that he's beginning to do that. Some companies are being investigated now, Forex.
TBN.
Because Emefiele did a lot of damage to our economy. But the beneficiaries of his misrule, who who profited from his misrule as the worst CBN governor in Nigerian history, we need to go after those people.
Yeah.
We can't watch Nigerians suffering while leaving those people to enjoy their loot. The president has to fix that. Now, coming to Betta Edu, you know, this government has to show it's said to be capable of delivering the highest standard of integrity, transparency, and accountability. Shut the naysayers up. What to do, we shut them up. And the president knows what to do. Now, I'm happy that within this short time, the president has moved in quickly, ordered the EFCC to investigate after suspending her.
The update there is that I think she's with the EFCC now.
Yes, I saw a story that so EFCC would not just investigate her. Wale Edun, as the Minister
of Finance
in charge of
the
coordinating minister for the economy, he's now going to reform that ministry and look at the frailties, those structures that are not in place, that are ensuring that people just steal money. In fact, I was told that many civil servants are pleading that they should transfer them to Humanitarian. Everybody has seen
it's free for all
as a place where they can steal until they cannot even move again. You know, fill their bellies with ill-gotten money until they can't move again. So there are questions that I want to ask. Was money paid into an individual's account despite the advice from the Accountant General? I'm sure the EFCC will discover that. Did Betta Edu get approval from council on a waiver on this matter? They will find out. Who advised her? Who told her that in the civil service it is permitted? Because I read one silly press statement saying that the minister had not done anything right, that in the civil service one is permitted to transfer her. And there are laws.
Contravene section 713.
Yes, it breaches the money laundering act. So who was the person advising her? Maybe they were just doing a job for her. You know, when people will be pushing you to a cliff. When they get to the edge of the cliff, they will now push you down.
I'll be job.
You know that it's not everybody smiling at you that loves you. When you get to a height in life, that's when you need to be more careful.
Yep.
The civil servants that you see around you, they say, madam, you know, they are just bloody sycophants. They will be ready at any given time to nail your coffin. So we are waiting, but we need to find out. Someone told me that was not even the first time that money will be moved into their account. That particular account.
Bridget.
Yes. In fact, some people said that they found that even this today, they found a huge sum of money was still there. And so who was Bridget to this minister? We say we should appoint young people. Young people
project accountants.
Opportunity. You want to outdo the senior people.
Not too young to roll. This. Look at it now.
I mean, how many times are we going to face this problem? Young people. 36 years. This is the ministry that you actually edify this president.
Yes.
To show that this president has empathy.
Yes, directly.
Because the money, but the money meant for the poorest of the poor.
Yeah.
Is what is being moved from accounts. Come on.
But I'm happy and I'm sad. I'm happy because the president acted swiftly, unlike in the past that they would just allow it to pass and nothing will happen. That's why I'm happy.
We treat it as a family affair.
I'm sad because this is Betta Edu that we were all
prospects.
We were all praising her here when she went to this same Kogi to distribute for the pilot scheme.
Yes. We
were praising her on this show that this is transparent, this is good, not knowing that she actually flew from Abuja, from Abuja, couldn't quote to Lokoja.
We praise the president for coming up with this idea.
Yeah.
And for initiating it, not
Jide, do we have an airport in Kogi? Because the 7 of our 8, including ourselves,
I saw about 72 million or so.
Yes, collected money for flights.
Collected money for airport taxi.
And airport taxi far
to Kogi State.
From states where there is no airport.
And the nearest airport to Kogi is in Ado-Ekiti, Akure.
Which is not functional.
No, they didn't finish it.
Just the flights, this thing just came. The
plane just only came. A military plane that has landed.
Yes. MJ. Let's just leave it.
Okay, we have Akure. No, that's what I'm asking. No, that's what
Akure is far.
That's what I'm asking if we have. And see, they wrote a memo. 7 of them, the minister, 300,000 naira for flights from. She took SUV and they drove to Lokoja.
Airport taxi was there.
They took 20,000 airport taxi. Maybe Yaya Bello, the White Lion, have an airstrip.
Did a miracle.
Maybe you have an airstrip.
You know, or you create an airstrip for which category of aircraft to land.
This is unbelievable. And for a Betta Edu that see now, let's even look.
Betta had been commissioner before.
He was commissioner in
knows the process.
He just knows the
you
process.
Can't move money to
private account. It is not possible.
Government funds.
The Financial Regulations Act of 2009.
It's not possible.
Yes. You cannot.
And now, you said because of the fraud, the conditional cash transfer, because of the way they were giving envelopes to people in the past. Now, you said you have a database. They commissioned a firm to do a database of the NIN, BVN of the most vulnerable Nigerians, and they have the database for each state. And she said they have been transferring money to this account. So why do you need to go through Bridget to transfer this money?
So 500. Bridget that will send money to people in
Lagos,
send money to people in Akwa Ibom, send money to people in Ogun, send money to people in Cross River,
and Kogi.
One person.
Anti-Bridget.
The distributor.
And you should divide.
Meanwhile, she was saying in some of those interviews that look, the way people are moving money into private accounts, that she's going to stop it. She does not want. She wants something more transparent because the international community is watching. The World Bank is watching, and you are moving money into.
And the Accountant General, Madenyi, advised you in black and white that you cannot do this. They still went and did it. Because I said, well, if you...
No, see, that is the area that I have no clarity.
They have moved that money.
No, see, there's money. Money was put in Bridget's account. We don't know whether it's a different transaction.
I like the way you are giving them the benefit of the
doubt. No, I don't know whether it's that particular money. I know the people I've spoken to today who are telling me that it may not. Yes, they've checked. Investigators have looked at that girl's account and they found money.
Okay.
I think they were even saying that they found about 200 million as at this money. Now, what we don't know, because people are saying there have been other
inflows.
Yes. What we don't know is whether it's the same account.
It's the same money.
The same money that was moved, or a different.
And another one.
All the EFCC needs to establish is
when
has she ever had to move public funds into that account? Is it this particular one?
The first one, yeah.
You know, and another person asked me a question where this is actually full of riddles. He then said, if she didn't move that money, her defense should have been, I didn't move any money.
Of course.
I was told, look, it's against this, and I didn't
move any money.
You understand? So it's confusing. Whether, so if she moved it, who permitted her?
Okay.
And she couldn't have done it without the CBN.
Okay, Julie, let's quickly pick Emmanuel from Abuja's call. Emmanuel?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for staying with us.
Mr. Jide and other people over there, you are doing a very great job. Very, very great job. See, the level of corruption in this country is just too high. There are areas, you know, that policemen contributed money for their retirement, and after retirement, what they gave to policemen as monthly pension is 30,000 naira, and PENCOM is holding on to 8 to 9 million naira, and they say they are managing it for the retired police officer.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Have you ever
Our
seen
time
that
is
of
fast spent. Thank you, Emmanuel. We'd like to keep it within the
what we
Betta
are
Edu is the subject matter today.
So she will have said, no, that money that you people are talking about, I never moved it. That would have been the best and simple defense. But we are not getting that kind of defense from her.
Of course, she's saying
That's
that
why some people believe
the money
that
could be moved.
She moved it.
Yes.
Now, with whose support? After the Accountant General said no, did she bypass her to find a way to move the money? I think in the fullness of time, the EFCC will discover that, because she's not saying that she didn't move that particular amount of money.
She was actually trying to justify it.
Yes.
Civil servants will tell her that we can do this we can do it like this because of the exigency of time, and you know we need to do Christmas, and so that we can move it to the project
does she have account. Access to that account?
So the way these things work, a ministry will send from the way the memo went to.
That's our tweets. Integrity and accountability are watchword. Under my watch, in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, no one will embezzle government funds as before.
Go and say that.
The plans to tarnish the image of this administration, my person, or the ministry will not amount to nothing.
Okay.
And this was on January 4. That was on, I think,
4 days ago.
Thursday or Wednesday. So Betta Edu needs to do more than this. She needs to go and tell the EFCC how she flew to Kogi without an airport.
Took an airport taxi too.
And took an airport taxi. Whereas she drove from Abuja with escorts to Lokoja. So she needs to tell the EFCC that.
Maybe they landed on Mount Party.
She collected 300,000
Mount Party now.
For a trip from Abuja to Lokoja, 300,000 for her and 200,000 each for 7 of her aides. And they claim to have spent 5 days for that trip. So they took
the country will be begging,
to allowance,
taking loans up and down. Like a beggar. Yet, the little that we have, people will be stealing it and frittering it anyhow. We are not behaving in a way to show that we are indeed facing tough times. People are angered at this kind of reports because we know as a country we are broke. Yet, some people have so much to steal. It has to stop.
Actually, this is not the end of this particular episode.
Yes, we'll be back on it tomorrow.
We'll be back and it's going to be running. We have more information about it. Moji Jami, I want to wish you Happy New Year and best of 2024.
Thank you very much, Jide.
Remember yourself.
Yes.
Joining us 2024, we're going to be 10 this year.
Yes. We'll try our best to celebrate it.
All right. And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11. And don't forget to join us every Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Uzubaku. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.